It's Nolan. What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music and entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. And today we're going to be getting into quite a few things. As you can see here on the thumbnail, we've got Tamar Braxton, K. Michelle, and Halle Bailey. The first thing we're going to get into is Tamar Braxton and K. Michelle reopening their old wounds. Now, if y'all don't know, I'm sure most of y'all do because it's been going through all of the social media channels. Tamar Braxton was recently on a podcast called We Sound Crazy, and I never heard of this podcast, never seen none of their footage, none of their clips, but there is a clip circulating where she went on there and was asked about the Cowboy Carter album, Beyonce going country, and black artists subsequently following her or just following her lead or being able to get more publicity and shine off of the fact that Beyonce went into this genre. Of course, anytime you start talking about black people, especially black women in country, K. Michelle's name is going to come up or her presence is going to come up. It's going to be felt because although Tamar did not mention her by name, there were some questionable comments made about someone, some people, something around that margin about people going into country music and not being able to sound good or be aesthetically pleasing or whatever it is in that space. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, once these comments were made on the podcast and it started circulating, people were saying, all right, now you know when K. Michelle pop up and start calling you a Muppet, shit gonna get very real out here because, of course, they have had some bad blood between them for many years, dating back. I couldn't even tell you how many years because I don't watch all the the motherfucking Love and Hip Hop or none of them shows that they may have been on in the past. So I'm not even privy to the origin of their beef. I just know they still beefing. All right. So we're going to play this clip from Tamar on We Sound Crazy Pod. Then we're going to get into how K. Michelle responded and where we're at with everything as of today. And before I get into that, I do want to also say, if you enjoyed the song on the intro, that song is called Like Me. Once again, it's from the Southside Nolan album. If you like these intro songs that I've been playing for the past week or so, these are all from the same album, all from the same album. Southside Nolan on all platforms, or you could buy it directly from me on my website. The link is in the description, all right? Now, let's get into Tamar and what she had to say on this pod.
So Tamar, Cowboy Carter came out some weeks back, Beyonce's new album. What do you think about her moving the country?
You know, I knew you guys were going to ask me about that.
Did you?
I did. I think that black country is so necessary.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so happy that people with talent who can actually sing country music that are black people are finally getting the recognition they deserve. That's what I think.
And she's a Texas girl. She's country.
Yeah. And, you know, I don't know. I just really appreciate Beyonce for opening the door for all the other black artists that has, you know, rode that wave behind the floodgates. I'm just really appreciative for her.
Agreed.
That's awesome.
These people can really sing. They're so talented. Yeah. What's that one black guy who can sing, like he sings so low?
Tony
Evans Jr.
He's on the show.
Yeah.
Man, I really appreciate his artistry, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I'm sure he'd be good. He'd be happy to hear that.
Yeah.
I started following him because of that. Just to hear him sing, that thing can sing.
Yeah.
And it's also another black, it's like two black girls I like. One little brown skinned little girl.
That's Tanner, right?
That's her real name, Tanner.
I think so. But we'll keep going.
And then there's another girl who
Why she gotta be a little girl? She grown.
kind of looked like the Beyonce campaign.
I know who you're talking
You know what I'm talking
I
about?
can't remember her name, but yeah.
She's talented too.
We'll figure it out.
But I appreciate it. I
Yeah.
like it. Because it was a couple of people who should not have been singing country black music that was awful. And it was concerning for me.
Care to mention a few?
No, but you know what I mean. I'm not trying to be funny.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be funny. It just didn't sound good.
Yeah.
And you got to make sure if you're going to step into a new genre of music and represent us, that you got to represent.
That'd be right.
Yeah, got to be.
Okay. So those were the remarks from Miss Tamar Braxton about Cowboy Carter. She gave some praise there. She gave some praise to Beyonce. She gave some praise to a couple of the young ladies that are in the country space, and I believe those two girls she was talking about were also a part of the Beyonce Cowboy Carter album. And then she went off to say there was some other motherfuckers that was out here trying and dying, in so many words. And you know, once that made the rounds, once again, K. Michelle, minding her business, you know, woke up the sleeping giant. What does she have to say? So, as K. Michelle, I guess, woke up or whatever she had going on, she says, I spy with my little eye a leprechaun in my DMs sigh. Now, I don't know who the leprechaun in her DMs was. You know, that might have been a little dude that she might have messed with before. Somebody trying to holler, holla, 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 can I holla, holla, holla? I don't know. Or if that was just her signifying, I'm finna come outside and load my motherfucking chopper up. I hope y'all ready. She follows up. She says, imagine you keep playing with someone who's minding their business. Then boom, they sick of you. One tweet and screenshot, and it's over for you. Okay? She continues, I don't pull stunts, Raggedy Ann. I pull cards. So if you think you think your deuces is wild over there, I might pull something that ain't in the deck, if you know what I mean. Okay? Now, after her first little words hit, she also came out and says, how many times are you going to keep calling for something you couldn't handle upon its arrival? Huh, Janice? And then she calls her a loud cackling hyena with a picture of a Muppet baby. As y'all know, K. Michelle's definitely been calling Tamar Muppet for years. And she also made her way to the neighborhood talk to say a few things. Okay? Because they tried to clarify that she wasn't talking about K. Michelle. But K. Michelle had some things to say. She says, y'all know I wouldn't be saying anything. She knows exactly what she's doing. She's been going on for months now. Well, years. She's just very hurt acting out. It has to stop today. I don't speak on her, about her. We just aren't in the same circle. I don't think of her. She continues to bring me up in some way, throw her shade, then play victim. I'm just not going to keep playing with her. It's played out, but she will stop. I can overlook negativity all day, but don't keep poking at me even at shows. I know everything you do and the fits you throw when I'm performing or asked. Everything. I don't say a word. I be quiet and sing. There's no reason for you to continue subs and jabs. It's like you have to be seen even if it's shading and negativity. Bitter Betty, live in your talent, not in your drama. Lesson I had to learn and worked out for me. I have a right to defend and be sick of your shit. I finally say in front of everyone, leave me alone or else. I stand on that. You should try it. You're a whole 9 years older than me. You should set an example of some sort. Now go play victim. Don't you just love it when a motherfucker come out and just clear the block, let it all be out. You know what I'm saying? Clear the block, let it all hang out. Let it be known. I know what you out here trying to do. I ain't gonna let you play with me, but I ain't gonna give you too much energy because I've tried and I'm trying to grow and it's working out for me. So I don't want to backtrack. I don't want to have to spin the block on your motherfucking ass because you know last time I came, you wasn't ready to burn rubber with the big dogs. You was trying to do a fig 8 with your bicycle. I came up with one of them big boys. Now what's up? Oh, man. And she said it. She called her Raggedy Ann. Man, oh, man. She says, now I'm going back into my place of slumber, peace, and positivity. I have some goals to accomplish, and I'm grateful for every blessing I'm receiving. I could go there, but I'm going back to minding my business and singing these songs. I've grown, I've healed, but I'm not weak. Leave me alone. I'll turn the other cheek, but I'll slap yours first. Ooh, you love to see it. You love to see it. Now, on Tamar's side of the fence, this guy, Two Hands to Corey, says Tamar Braxton's not talking about K. Michelle would have been, we've been down that road before, and I'm sure neither wants to revisit that. This is what he said. This is his inference. He tagged Tamar. And she comes in to confirm. She says, I absolutely was not. I said a few artists. I paid homage to Beyonce for bringing positive attention to country music. There are people who I don't address and don't mention / shade to keep mess away. Where was all this chatter when my song went #1? I mind my business and go to work. Okay. And I believe she sent a response directly to K. Michelle. She says, I wasn't speaking about you. I would have said your name. I was speaking of country, quote unquote, black music that I have heard before that I didn't enjoy. I wish you the best on all your future endeavors. I only want to beef with the devil. The end. Now, I don't understand why she put that in quotations. I was speaking of country black music that I've heard before that I didn't enjoy. I wonder who she was talking to. Because I don't think that was actually aimed at K. Michelle, but whomever she was talking to is hiding their tweets, so you can't even see it. But they put it in the same thread with the K. Michelle thing, so they made it seem as though it's aimed at her. But Tamar tried to clarify. I think she was definitely throwing some shade at K. Michelle. In my opinion, I think she was. Reason being is, again, like I said, the presence that K. Michelle has in this conversation about country music. Who exactly were you talking about that was doing a horrible job that needed to be mentioned in this podcast, right? Who's notable enough for you to have to shade them on a podcast? There's people of all genres doing terrible music, but if they not cutting through, you ain't gonna shit on them because they not relevant to the conversation. And if I'm being all the way honest, I've told y'all before, I'm not a fan of K. Michelle's country music. She has a powerful voice. She's a talented vocalist. But when I hear her sing country music, I know it's time for me to go. It just doesn't connect for me personally. I like her voice on R&B records, and that's very sparingly, right? That's not to say that she's not talented. She just doesn't jibe with me, right? So it's not like I even really disagree with Tamar, but when you know you got an issue with somebody and this person is definitely willing to go further in the issue than you are, not to say be a punk, but you might not want to press certain buttons, especially when you know you're entering somebody's territory and terrain, and they're going to get very territorial about it. Not to say you got to be a punk or that you got to, tiptoe around motherfuckers. But again, if you getting close to the pond and you know gators is in that bitch, you might want to go the other way instead of towards it. That's all I'm saying, for your safety and for those you love and care about around you. Because when that gator comes, the gator don't give a fuck what it grab. Gator gonna snap. Gator gonna snap, drag your ass to hell, and you ain't gonna make it out of that goddamn acidic ass tummy. Okay? So, tread lightly, choose wisely. Right? So that's the issue that we've seen with K. Michelle and Tamar. And we've also had some others come out and defend her, right? So now we have Mr. Fillionaire 1911, and I believe he is actually one of the hosts from the We Sound Crazy podcast. And he comes out and says, for the record, Tamar didn't mention K. Michelle's name in the interview or off camera. The media and the fans got to stop putting words in people's mouth. There are a number of black artists trying to cross into country. I can name a few that should go a different direction. Much love to Tamar Braxton and K. Michelle. Both ladies are extremely talented, and we got love for them at We Sound Crazy. Signed, Fillionaire. So he comes in to do a little damage control. He says K. Michelle's name never came up, which I wouldn't expect it to, especially if she was avoiding it on camera. But again, when you got issues with somebody and y'all have taken public jabs at each other and y'all know how y'all play that game when y'all get in that mode, you can tell me all day that motherfucker wasn't talking about me. I know. What that nigga Pop said? But you and I know what's going on. Nigga, payback. I knew you niggas from way back. When he was strapped with Matt, knew I would play that. Right? Sometimes it's a little Morse code. Everybody else might be like, oh, that sounds like a beautiful conversation. Almost like you seen them rap battles where the niggas be complimenting each other in an aggressive tone, because you know I'm gonna compliment you the hardest, motherfucker. But I'm still coming at your neck, even though I'm saying nice things. Yeah, that's how they be playing these days. The end of the day, wishing both parties the best. Tamar and K. Michelle, both of them are shady as fuck. Both of them like to get in the mud. Both of them like to play those games. For the most part, K. Michelle has been staying out the way. She's been focusing on her country music career. She's in the process of actually getting a new deal. It wasn't too long ago that she was actually focusing on remaining independent and owning her music and all of these different things, but it did come out a couple days ago that she is dipping her toes back into the major label system, if I'm not mistaken, or to a label of some sort. I don't know if she said they were a major, but I'm about to try to find the clip where she spoke about it. I had it, but I didn't use it because I didn't feel like it was relevant to anything else that we were talking about on the channel. So now is the opportune time for me to pull it up, if I could find this mother effer. Sheesh, so much shit. Maybe it's in my DMs and not in my text. Y'all give me a second here. All right, y'all. I was able to find it. I was able to get to it. So let's hear what K. Michelle had to say about going back into the label system for her country career, since we could just get it all out in one fell swoop. And again, wishing all parties all the best in their career and endeavors. Tamar, when you went #1, people definitely congratulated you. You were definitely riding high. So when you say where was all this talk when your record went #1, you know controversy sells more than positivity. That's just the way it is. And you should know that more than anyone because you stay in it. All right? Just make sure you keep Krishan from your motherfucking shows next time you go #1, because that overshadowed a lot. Back to K. Michelle.
Never going back into a major label system unless it was right. So yeah, I think that I'm picking, and I picked the right entering. It's gonna be very crazy for me entering back into a full major label system. But for what I'm doing, yeah, and I still own my publishing, even from that. So I just want to give y'all the best music, and I want to make y'all proud, and I want to make myself proud, and I just want a fair, a fair rollout, and I don't want to have to do everything, by myself. It's a lot, when you are like an independent artist, people judge you and things like this and this and that when you are making good of what you have. And I think some of my records, my country records, are so massive. I feel like, out of respect to those records and those things that I created, I feel like they deserve a real home and a real push. And that's been a fight for me. But once you feel like you've met the team and you can feel it in your soul that they care about your music, I've done this long enough to know when people don't. I don't even give myself enough credit in the space of writing and the space of producing, that type of thing. So I'm happy to be about to announce a new team. I have a new team, a new country music team that I respect a lot, because this is what they do. I said I was never going back into
All right, so that's K. Michelle describing the situation. She hasn't announced who she's partnering with, what label she's going to. Wishing her all the best. I hope that this isn't something that backfires in the end. Hopefully she's able to get those massive records out, do what she has to do. I, for one, will not probably be all that tuned in because I've already told y'all the reasons, but hopefully she can. That's going to be the feat for me. I don't want to act like I got fucking main main character syndrome or nothing, where I feel like she personally has to impress me in order to be successful. But hopefully she could come out with some shit that'll turn me into a fan of her country music, because that would be major. And I'm sure others that may have felt the same way as me will probably come on board too. So hopefully everything can go exactly as it's planned. I would think if she's jumping into that system, we did see her on stage with Jelly Roll a few months ago. You might want to go wherever the fuck Jelly Roll at, to be perfectly honest, because they definitely put a lot into him. They invested. They've been putting the bag behind him. They got this motherfucker on every goddamn network. So if that's where you going, more power to you, sister. All right? That's all we got on Miss K. Michelle and Tamar Braxton. Love and light to everybody involved. Next up, we're going to be talking about Miss Halle Bailey. Now, y'all know I've elected not to talk about Halle and DDG. I've not talked about their child in any capacity. You know, I feel like those are sensitive subjects. Don't really want to talk about nobody's kids, because then you start, you know, it just opens up a rabbit hole of bullshit that really don't need to be mentioned or talked about. There's enough people out there that are going to do that, or talk about why they don't show the baby face, or all of these different things, whatever the fuck, you know. DDG's out here doing interviews talking about their relationship, and we've seen their relationship play out publicly. Some people don't support it, some people do. He's pulled a lot of fuck shit that she's endured and stayed behind him. So, you know, they're young, and young folks gonna do what the fuck young folks do, right? But when it comes to the music, when it comes to the actual output, that's what intrigues me. You know, I've been definitely waiting to hear her outside of movie soundtracks and these power ballads and all of this different type of stuff. She's definitely talented in those areas. That's just not the type of music I consume on a regular basis. So although I can acknowledge the art in it, it's not what I be trying to hear. I'm looking for vibes. And I must say, sound like Halle got the vibes on the way. I don't know when they're about to, you know, I don't know when they're coming. If she's expected to drop this year, if the labels is you know, getting behind, ready to make something happen. But she did get on IG Live and play some previews of some new music. And with me doing my checks and stuff like that, at least for the moment, we are safe to play the previews for now. If somebody sees this video in the future and the Halle Bailey previews are no longer in it, just know YouTube came in and said, that shit wasn't, that's no go. But for today, you know, those that are tuning in on April 29th of 2024, we're going to have some fun. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, she got some vibes on her. We're going to play them. All right? Just give me a second here. So the first song that I'm going to play is called Brave Face. These are all snippets of about a minute long, not too long, give you enough of what she's working on, the direction, then she cuts them off. But again, the shit sounded kind of fire, you know, in my personal opinion. Let me know what y'all think, though. I don't want to influence y'all on no shit like that. Some of y'all might have already heard these, but, you know, let's talk about it.
A little bit of it, though.
Sitting on the floor, caught up in a ball, looking in the mirror, and I feel so fucking small. Then I grab my makeup bag and shuffle around. My head is in the clouds, self-esteem is on the ground. I've been so tired, even though I feel this way. Gotta do what the girls do, best cover up the pain. Step one, rubbing my foundation on. 2, concealer to hide it from you. 3, I hope they can't read between the lines. Gotta blind them, touch a highlighter. 4, I put on my blush and a brush cause I'm flushed. Tell myself you're more than enough and fuck my flaws. No, I'll be strong, that's how I put my brave face on. Up and down for no reason.
Okay.
All right, so that's Brave Face. And it sounded like that second verse she was finna start goddamn tongue twisting. I was like, oh, where we going? Hey, where the rest of that at? Shit, might need to get you on goddamn Southside Nola too. Yeah? Just fucking around. That would be dope though. So yeah, that was called Brave Face, and basically what I've deduced from it is she's talking about the process of getting up, fighting, insecurities, different things that are going on in her life. We all go through this type shit, man. Like you got a million things coming at you at once, but when it's time to go out into the world, you got to put your brave face on. Now that brave face may look different for all of us, especially for me. All I got to do is goddamn throw my hat on and walk out the door. But for women, y'all go through that process of getting ready, putting on your concealer, your eyeliner, your different shit like that, your makeup, and just preparing for the day. And I know that that's like a, it's a warm up. That time that you take to get yourself together you're prepping yourself. You're giving yourself pep talk, whether that be literally talking out loud or in your head or whatever the fuck it may be. So I like that song, and I think a lot of women are going to be able to relate to it and, probably be a really strong album cut. Now, another record she's got is called Know About Me, which is more of the, I guess you could say, upbeat, up-tempo vibe, which is definitely where I rest when I want to hear motherfuckers. I want to, I want to bounce a little bit. So I like this one a lot. I'm going to go ahead and play it. And let me know what y'all thought of the Brave Face joint, too.
I'm not innocent if only you could see what you know about me. What you know about me, you don't know. I'm no angel, but this halo give you wings. What you know about me, what you know about me, you don't know. He took the top off, I took my top off. I put my cherry on this Sunday just to top it off. I took his rocks off, I knocked his socks off. He caught that dirty with that tongue till he got locked off. A little sunshine and a thunder with a rain. I love to mix a little gas on the pain. Oh yeah. Always at the tip, I make him pay for it. Wait for it. I'm not innocent if only you could see what you know about me. What you know about me, you don't know.
Okay. So that one's called Know About Me.
Know About Me, I fucks with that one, and I hate to make the comparison because everybody gonna do it, but she definitely took her cues from Beyonce. And she took all the right ones, in my personal opinion. I think this one can definitely go. I think that definitely has a lot of potential to have wings and legs, not only just on, the social media aspect, but contemporary radio. It has pop sensibility. It could be played, urban. So I think that has a lot of different avenues where it could be successful. And I like the fact that she's kind of letting it be known she's not as innocent as everybody would like to think that she is, because she just has like this really, youthful face, and she looks like she damn near 17 years old when she fucking grown by now. Every time I look at Halle, I be like, what up, little sis? You know what I'm saying? I see you growing up and shit, but what's happening with you? So she like, hey, I'm not as innocent as y'all think. I got different sides. Talking about she took her top off. He took the top off. She took her top off. You know what I mean? I don't know. I like the song though, but I don't know if I want to hear you saying that. You know what I mean? Hanging out with your sister too much. I'm just fucking around. It sounds good. I hope that joint comes out sometime soon, so I can add it to my playlist. And then the last one that she previewed is called Love You. All right. Now this is for, more so of my R&B, lovers out there. Let me go ahead and play this for y'all. What y'all thought about Know About Me? And these are all Halle Bailey songs, for those of y'all that may not know. Some people have been asking me to say more names, but I've got the name on the screen for you as well. But let me know what y'all thought of that. And then we're going to play this last one, Love You.
And it's all because I love you, babe. Love you, babe, love you, babe. I love you, babe, love you, babe. I motherfucking love you, babe. Love you, babe, love you, babe. I love you, babe. And it's all because I got drunk the other day. It was a birthday party. 2 drinks down and I'm trying to get naughty. 4 drinks down, now I'm grabbing on your gnarly. There I go again, yeah, yeah. Roof off the Maybach, climbing on the dash. And yes, I did that cause I wanted a reaction. You ain't used to girls that can make it high fashion. Fucking with a 10, hey, man. I should've done it better cause I like it. Just sitting tight, like all about a fight. Now, what is this tonight? Let me take your necklace. Traveling around with your diamonds. Love it when you be so protective. Only getting reckless when you're in injustice. Sorry for my actions, all that I projected. And it's because, all because I love you, baby. Love you, baby, love you, baby.
I'm stopping.
So it's got the R&B / pop vibe. I think she gonna smash the game. I don't know when this album is coming. I saw some people that was in her comments saying you finna ruin the album. No, spoil it for me. Goddamn, I wanted to know what was coming. I like all 3 actually, you know, and I think the last 2 definitely have potential to be singles. Brave Face feels more like an album cut, but the last 2, Know About Me and Love You, they feel more like they could be singles. And I'm happy to know that Halle is out here like really working on her music and locking in, because she's been a little bit, I wouldn't say underestimated, but she's been a little bit overshadowed by Hollywood stuff. Her sister has been more so the one putting out music and pushing on that side of things, and she's still trying to find her footing, find her vibe, find her sound. Halle's been in the background more so, like, sounds like she's been able to take more time to cultivate her album, cultivate how she wants to present herself to the world, and being that she was doing more movies and more of the acting side of things, that bought her extra time to develop herself as an artist, whereas Chloe jumped out and she's been developing herself in real time in front of us, which is why it seems like, where are you taking us? It's just she's trying things because that's pretty much what you do, right? As a young artist, you got to try shit. So wishing both of them the best. I know that I just talked about Chloe saying that her album Trouble in Paradise is coming this year. I hope she's able to, you know, make up for lost time that she had with the first album, In Pieces. I liked In Pieces. It was okay. I'm pretty sure the original version of that album was probably much better. She scrapped the entire thing and put new music on there. I would love to know what happened to those songs. Just like I was saying, I think that that Normani 159 single with Gunna, I truly feel like that was one of her records that she scrapped. I can't prove that. One day it may be revealed. But both of them together, extremely talented, and I want to see everybody win. Right? So shout out to Halle. The music sounding good. Go ahead and put a stamp, put a date on it. Let the people know when they could buy the shit, because I'm pretty sure they're going to show the fuck out. All right? Let me know what y'all thought of those records. Tell me which one was your favorite out of those records. Right? And that is going to conclude this particular video. We're not going to stay on here too long because I've got some other stuff cooking up that I'm going to be putting out today. So just stay locked. Don't go nowhere. Don't go too far. Make sure you got all your post notifications turned on. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe. Become an insider. Join the community over here. We have a lot of fun. We talk about these music and entertainment these music and entertainment topics every day. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes 2-3 times a day. I'm keeping up with what's going on. So definitely become a part of the community. Not to mention I am an artist myself. And if you would like to support, you can also go out and stream J Nolan music, or you could buy my Southside Nolan album from my website. All of that is down below in the description. So if you liked any of the music that you heard in the intro, or if you like the outro that I'm playing right after I go off, you know what I mean? Just check your boy out. You know what I mean? I don't try to be too shameless with the promotion, but ain't no shame in my game at the same time. You feel me? All right, y'all. I'm going to catch y'all a little bit later. Much love and respect. I'll see y'all in a minute. Okay? Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rags. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef on computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. But drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they died of me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.